Hey, hello guys, my name is Clermont. Okay, so yeah, last time we built a big chunk of this biome. So I don't know, I will continue one part of this, but we have to decorate this. Basically, we have to make a wall for the Witch Kingdom. So the wall will start like around here and should finish around here. But due to that, I'm forced to what's the name? To decorate also part of this biome, because there will be some mountains around here. So yeah, I got all the materials now. I have this basically all of these shulkers are full of materials, and we have to decorate this part. So as I explained in the villager rescue team, the idea is that these planes are being sent by the villager kingdom. So this is the witch kingdom, and the villagers are sending their iron golems to attack the witches. The problem is that at the moment it's just a floating platform with witches with an iron golem farm. So the idea is that I will decorate this, so there will be like a wall that goes, well, the wall will go like this, and I had to change it yesterday because at first I had this part, but now, so I had like a platform here and then like more platforms here where the villagers will be, but I didn't really like it because why would these guys go here to face the witches if the villagers are in the like exposed? Well, these guys would just go and rescue the villagers directly. So now the change that I made is that now, okay, so yeah, now the idea is that there will be like a stair here and we will have like villagers being kept here in like cages, something similar to what I have in the, so if you guys remember, here we have like these like cages with villagers. Well, the idea is that there will be baby villagers here, but at the moment there are nothing because I wanted to have them like children, because this is like the Hansel and Gretel house. So, but now with the, I think with the gold flower we should be able to get to keep villagers as babies, right? Or does that only work with animals? I don't know. But if that works, then we'll have babies there. So yeah, we will have like cages down here. So the only way to access them is by getting there. So there is like a central structure here, and there then are like sentinel towers. Well, the idea is that they are sentinel towers. So there will be like many towers of witches basically checking their perimeter if they are safe. And in this biome, I will also make like towers, like maybe a tower here, towers all over the place, where witches are protecting their territory, because that's the idea. But yeah, so yeah, I will start building this, and I have to make sure to protect this because getting these witches here was a pain. It will be very hard to not get any of them killed. So yeah, let's hope I don't lose any witch, and I will start building. I'm such a genius. I didn't realize that I had this. So this redstone block has been blocking this hopper all the time. So only one hopper of this is working. I just realized. How do I do this? Okay, this should fix this. So now, I always wondered why if this has like 5 hoppers. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 hoppers, and this one has 3. Why does this side always has enough cobblestone and this side doesn't? And it's because this wasn't working. Genius. Okay, wow. This took longer than I expected. I thought this was going to be a really quick build because it doesn't seem like much, but yeah, it's absurdly a lot. I think this took me comparable to the time that it took me to build this part. So yeah, basically, as you can see, I'm still not sure if this is perfect. So yeah, as you can see, the idea. So I combined the many ideas that I had. So I always wanted like to make like these guys fighting in a coliseum. Okay, so that was one idea that I had, but I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do that. But I eventually decided, okay, let's not do it like a coliseum, but let's make it like they are rescuing villagers. So then I decided to make like a wall. So as you can see, we have this wall. The problem is that as you can see, the ground is using lime terracotta and moss, and this part is using mud because I needed mud because there are hoppers underneath, which some hoppers are now useless. So since hoppers are the ones that pick the items, then I needed to make something like this. So I started like planning stuff and making the wall. Like at first I was going to make like this, all this part of the wall, but I started to make like more terraforming. Like I added like this, as you can see, this kind of cliff, I don't know how to call it, like rocks. But the biome, as you guys have seen, is really different because the biome is like this. So yeah, this doesn't quite fit the biome, but the idea is that this was like a wall that the witches made like a long time ago, or one race. I don't know what race could be, but yeah, maybe the race made like this wall with these other materials, and later then they started adding like these towers. So this, the idea of these towers is that the witches use them to check their territory. So it's like sentinel towers. I don't know, maybe that's not the word, but yeah. So yeah, the idea is that witches will go here and check if there are some mobs, or well, maybe the villagers are attacking or other kind of mobs. So then yeah, I started making these towers and I like the gradient. So I love this color, like the color variation using sandstone and birch logs and jungle and oak logs. So it looks pretty nice. So I started adding 1, 2, 3, and then I made some that maybe collapsed or got destroyed. So I am thinking like maybe the lore is that villagers, like witches, are kidnapping villagers. So that's the idea, right? That's why iron golems are landing here, because they want to rescue the villagers. So then maybe the witches used like these stonemasons to create like these towers, like they forced them to do slave work. So that's why this style is very different from all the other ones in the witch territory. So maybe they use the stonemasons as their slaves to build this. So the stonemasons created like these structures, and then when we finally build the villager kingdom, then we can add like structures like this. Maybe this is some style that stonemasons have. So yeah, I love these towers. I love them. individually they look really cool, I feel. Though I don't know, it's a weird build, because at first I was thinking like maybe let's make like this this rocky terrain, but I was thinking like maybe adding like in the rocks there would be like holes where the witches are, so this is like the wall. But yeah, I started adding this, like I was experimenting. As you can see, it's so weird. Then for this part I made a really different design at first. So let's check I made a video from my creative world of how it used to be. So I will link it now. So I like it, so I thought maybe I will make like the villagers like concentration camps for villagers in like the same shape. So as you can see, I added like more of them. So I added like 1, 2, 3. So the idea was at first that I was going to add those, and you can see more spoilers for the terraforming. But yeah, you can see that was the original idea. But yeah, I wasn't quite convinced with that design. So that's why I wanted to change it. Like I said like no, I really didn't like it. And it was really hard to make like the caves, like making like the villager camps. It was really hard. So I decided to make something different. So I went to Pinterest, because sometimes I get inspiration, and I found like a really cool like ancient, like I put like Sentinel historical towers or something like that. And then I started getting like this. I got a build like it's not sandstone, it's like a color like sandstone but like darker. I don't know. Maybe I will link the picture here. Let's see it in the screen now. So if you guys see that tower, then you can see like this tower. I took inspiration from that, and in this like this, I don't know, like I don't know, Gassi. I don't know the name of this. But yeah, I added like something like this based on that picture that I got inspiration. You can see this other build is also inspiration from that, and many parts are look, zombies are spawning here. I don't understand why they spawn in this block, so this block doesn't have a full light. But they can spawn there. Maybe I will put a torch. Maybe I will put a torch there. So yeah, I started making like the builds, but then I wasn't satisfied with the color. The problem is that those kind of builds, it looks so cool like in the pictures, but it doesn't quite work when we do it here. So yeah, I wanted to add like a more darker color, so that's when I started adding like something like this, which is the first time that I use so much wood. Like with these wood colors, I've been liking like how it looks. So this gradient is spruce, dark oak, then jungle, and mangrove logs, which it looks also cool here. Like here, like the contrast between the white and this looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's why I started adding like these darker colors, because I wanted to add something more interesting. And then there was like stairs and more stairs, so you can walk here. You have like more rocks in nature. You can hear the witches. You have like more like this like kind of entrances with a small fountain, maybe a rest area where people can sit and eat. Where the witches, and this is so weird, like I still, you can see how I was experimenting. So this looks more like a modern build. Like this part, like here, looks more like this style, like here. Then we have like more stairs. This entrance that I wanted to make like cooler. And then there was this part. This part at first I was going to make it with sandstone, but the problem is that I felt like this gate that I made, I don't know how to call this. I felt like this part needed more contrast, because if this was sandstone, then it would basically camouflage with this. So yeah, I decided to go for more darker colors. and that's when I came up with this weird gradient as well. So this is dark oak, mud, mangrove logs, and muddy mangrove roots. As you can see, the advantage of this is that it has like this brownish color, so it really blends very well with wood. And this was just like I said, okay, let's make it circular and like arches. So arch, 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 and we started doing until I made this structure, which is another like this. I think this is more like Rom. I don't know. Is this Roman? It reminded me of the builds from the Coliseum. So yeah, I added this and added the color of the roofs that like I love, because I love these gradients. I think I saw it first in B00's video, but at the moment this doesn't have like quite a lot of interior. As you can see, like here I only made like these stairs. You can get here or get in other places, but yeah, it only has like these stairs. And there's also more space down here, like, but I didn't decorate it. You can see that this is, I used the auto shading here, and it took like the light of the sun, because I put like 90, well, I wanted 90°, but I couldn't put 90°. But yeah, it made the gradient, and I thought it looked cool. Like as you can see, it goes, the gradient goes from azalea leaves, lime terracotta, mossy coalstone, then coalstone, then light gray terracotta, no, light gray wool, stone, acacia, pale, I don't know if it's, yeah, I think it's first this, deep slate, then cobble deep slate, then mud, and these deep slate bricks, no, deep slate tiles. And you can see how the gradient works. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep the floor. I just thought it looked cool, so I kept it. And yeah, that's the build. I also have like, I added more interior, like it's not like super detailed or anything. Like this part has like, here has like a lamp, maybe this, lanterns. And here I have like barrels. The idea is that witches use this building like to check their territory, like they are constantly checking, because that's one of the things that I struggle, because I always imagine, like, let's say I build something like let's say I have this build, okay, so the idea is that witches are checking their territory, like in case that I don't know, maybe another species or another mob wants to attack the witches, okay? So then what they do? Like they have to protect their territory. The problem is that when I make cliffs like these ones, so I have like a giant mountain here, then that means like the mountain, like as you can see, it gets like here. So it gets super tall. So then what stops, like if villagers want to attack the witches, that what stops the villagers from going like here and then going down. So how does the witches protect their territory? Like it doesn't make sense. And I had a similar problem when I made like a prison. So I made a prison, but I had like an industrial district really close to the prison. So then I was forced to make like a super big wall near the prison. A super big mountain. So I used a mountain to cover the industrial district. I had like a mob farm and a shulker farm and other stuff. So then if I have like what stops someone from trying to rescue someone from the prison, if it's so easy to get into the prison because there is a giant mountain, like they have like the high ground. So then it becomes like harder, right? But the idea here is, first, this terrain is really rocky, so it has like all these cliffs, so it's harder to walk here or like to send a lot of troops. And I think something important is to have like these like sentinel towers, like where witches are checking their territory. So like have a sentinel tower here, maybe I will have like towers here, in all over the place basically. So basically the witches are checking their territory so that if someone tries to invade them from this side, then they can be able to send signals and tell their people. But yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. I don't know if you guys like it. I like it. Oh, I added this. So from the reference video, there was like trees like were like this. So I added like this. I don't know how good they look. I think they look cool. I think I could have taken more time in making this, like decorating it better. There's also another problem which was this. So this building this was really hard because I already had like the villagers. So I basically had to use like pistons. So I don't know if you guys saw in the timelapse. I don't know how good the timelapse is going to be when I show this part. But yeah, I had to use the piston to push the blocks. So I pushed here so that the witch wouldn't fall. So that way I avoided having to rebuild this because this would have taken so much time. It took me a long time when I built this, which was annoying. But yeah, now we have like a fully functional iron farm. The problem is that now, as you guys saw, like mobs are spawning, but at least they don't seem to be spawning there. So yeah, I wanted to make this like open, like open, but at the same time it's not open. And this entrance here, like from dark concrete that has a torch. the Vindicator got hurt. Yeah, I made this. This is for like, here we are going to have the villagers. So the slave villagers is going to be in this place, so that's the idea. So I will make the cages and it will follow, like I already said, that design that I had here. So yeah, I will have like cages like this, which I still haven't. I have to put wax here. But yeah, it will be like here. So yeah, I thought it was better to make it like underground and not make it like I had done here. But yeah, I think that will be all for now. I hope you guys liked it. Oh, I didn't show this view from here. I forgot. So you can also walk from here, and you can see like here I made like this like lamppost, and here you have another entrance. In this entrance you can get to this building, but at the moment it's really not that full. And you can also reach here into this build and then get up, and you can see that I am missing some blocks. I think that Enderman removed these blocks because I don't think I left this space. And as you can see, you can also get into this bridge from here, and from this bridge you can get toward the bridge and towards the Clermontgard factory. But yeah, as you can see, this is like what we have to do all over this. We have this from this biome. So these guys go like they surround all the bridge. So there will be like these structures all over the place. And it looks, I think it looks really cool. Like, I think it's one of the coolest views at the moment. I still have to do more. Like, if you guys saw the time-lapse that I showed, well, the little video that I showed from the other design that I had here, you can see how the towers are starting to look really cool. And adding so much builds is making like this shadow, like this being hit in the fog, and this being like more lighter is adding like such a cool detail. You can see our iron golems still going and dying. I love this project. I'm still having a lot of fun building this. So yeah, okay. I still need here. This is like this because there will be more paths. Because the idea that this path is going to go like here, and it's going to connect here, and then it's going to connect here into this path. So yeah, I haven't done that. I think this is nice progress, and this took me a long time. I hope you guys like it, and thanks for watching, and bye bye bye.